Welcome to what could possibly be the final session of Space Rangers High Definition, a war apart. I am a Mercurial Grimith. I am joined by the gently rocking to and fro pastry dish, and probably LethalFeline as well.
I thought I was going to be the slowly wobbling pastry known as LethalFeline.
So when last we left off, I apparently had this insane boarding strats thing going. Air conditioner will be joining us at least for a little bit. I was on a lengthy call today, and so did not have the opportunity to run my air conditioner. Now, according to the comments, and it's useful to have video comments that are somewhat current with what my position is in the game, I can apparently camouflage myself if I right-click here, but it seems that I have insufficient scanner capacity. I have no idea what the fuck... Oh, wait, that's not me.
I was going to say, we look different from what I remember. There we are.
Oh, right, if you right-click on someone, you can actually see a readout of what they have. I knew about that. You can actually, if you can successfully scan their vessel, you can actually see all the equipment they have. I haven't really shown this off a whole lot.
Well, that guy's got a Pigamore gripper.
Good, and a Pigamore shield generator, a Pigamore fuel tank, a Pigamore engine, a biogenic droid, which has the universe module. I think it's given it plus 25. To repairing his droid's definitely better than mine is, that's for sure. Myoplasmic radar with a universe module, it's giving it plus 800 radar. This myoplasmic scanner, which, wow. And then the electronic cutter universe. That's a lot of fucking tier 1 micro modules. And then Learcon, which is that thing. His technology skill's a bit rubbish. He also has the Black Mark, a sign of tremendous shame, marking the bearer as a dangerous recidivist who attacks military ships and undermines peaceful relations between races. By the by, I did take another look at the instruction manual, I think like a week and a half ago. It has been 2 weeks since last session, and I did note that there was more detail than I had explored regarding the Space Rangers High Definition, including the full list of military ranks as well as pirate ranks. So Pirate Baron is there on the table. It is also easier to rank up in the Coalition military than it is the piracy, both in the amount of points you need and how you can earn them.
Well, there you go.
Yes. So, if I right-click on my vessel here, well, that just takes me to this. So it does the same thing if I right-click on me. Well, I could easily have accessed this menu by going here, so ultimately I've gained nothing. Ah. Well. Huh. That's certainly a thing. Also, I need to get the call back.
Sorry, folks, we have a Pigamore Skype, so we actually reduced the effectiveness of the Skype so we could have more missiles. But anyway, I'm back.
Yes, so right-clicking on me has taken me to this screen. Well... Oh!
Well, there
you go. How about that? Look at me. Alright?
And there you go.
Neat. Neat!
Coalition's gonna be all like, what the fuck?
Well, we're not around the Coalition. Woo! Alright. The Dominators, of course, are pretty much irrelevant except for these little Keller holdouts. So I could take this fucking Keller vessel and be like, hey guys, I'm one of the dudes. I do like to do things. See, here you are, hi guys. But of course, we have events to engage in. So we've read this one before. And we'll finally, for the first time ever, I guess maybe, enter the hangar. But maybe Lethal wants to reread it for, you know, his memory's sake. Before I click the button.
Alright. With great skill, just to myself.
I mean, you can read it out loud if you want, it's up to you.
Okay, well, with great skill, you guided your ship through the fighting military and pirate ships and brought it into the closest open hangar at the pirate station. Before landing, you managed to see the pirate base that so brazenly docked at the pirate habitation. You found its menacing appearance foreboding. But what are you going to do? Somebody's got to save everyone once again. Extracting yourself from your ship, you were instantly immersed in the surrounding chaos. Everyone around was running, screaming, and waving their weapons. It looked like the pirates were preparing to give battle to the army boys. But not everything was as it seemed, or what it seemed. Either way, you should have turned your back because some rogue Palang tried to hijack your ship. You dragged him by his neck from the cabin and, as punishment, ordered him to explain how to get to the place where the soldiers were gathering to attack. "Through the gates on the left," squeaked the pirate, and spryly jerked out your grasp. Rather than chase him down, though, you started off to where he had directed. Getting where you needed to go proved to be quite easy. It was enough to move in the opposite direction of the pirates who were bolting away from the danger.
Alright, so before we get too far into this, I should note, as I have not done so this video, that I have undergone hardware adjustments. I fiddle with some settings. I've been putting this off for several months, because I wanted to finish my ongoing series so I would not have to make more volume adjustments. However, that did not happen. And so I decided to just bite the bullet and get it done. If I'm going to be doing more co-commentary stuff with Lethal on my channel anyway, I needed to find my new OBS slider setting, which I have done so, with those hardware changes made. We shall now enter the hangar. Dun 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 dun. So, I guess we're kind of just switching between past and present tense here, because of course we are. Lethal, you were in a large, dark, and perfectly empty hangar in front of the pirate base's utility tunnels. They had most likely already been captured by the enemy. Judging by the absolute silence in the hangar, none of the base's defenders wanted to be on the first line of defense of their own pirate nest. We can look around, approach the control panel, or approach the airlock.
Kind of trying to figure out what the hell we're trying to do here. Are we trying to give a semblance that we're still with the pirates, or is this our big chance to shut them down?
I, don't know. Like, maybe we can, I guess, make that choice later on?
Well, let's go ahead and look around, see what else is around here.
You turned your head, studying the situation. The airlock overlapping the hangar exit was completely closed off. Undoubtedly, somebody thought to block the soldier's path before running away in disgrace. Near the hangar exit itself, a small cubicle was attached to the wall. Through the glass, you could see the blinking, multicolored lights of a control panel, and formidable turrets for laser guns, machine guns, and rockets for even the most exacting taste were mounted along the perimeter of the hangar.
They have missiles in there. Of course, we gotta approach the control panel then.
Yes, missiles. The control panel was entirely dotted with different little buttons, tiny levers, lights, and displays. Judging by their number, one gets the impression that you could use it to control the whole pirate base. However, that's unlikely.
Well, I guess we could further examine it, or is it gonna tell us the same things?
You stared intently at the control panel and didn't take long to guess how it works. Directly in the center of the panel was a large, round, and utterly arousing red button, to which a scrap of paper with a clumsy note was attached. "Do not press. Airlock." Unfortunately, if you want to break into the military base and repel the onslaught of soldiers, you're going to have to press it, and this must be done as quickly as possible before the soldiers have moved all of their troops and heavy machinery up to the airlock.
Well, I guess they're pressing it. Yep.
A piercing alarm screamed. Red reflections of the emergency lights swept across the walls. The hydraulics began to hiss, and the airlock slowly moved upward, clearing the path into the military base. Fortunately, a couple thousand Malaks armed to the teeth weren't waiting on the other side of the airlock. Rather, there were just a few soldiers who had been assigned to guard the airlock until a way could be found to open it and penetrate the pirate base. Unfortunately, just one of these soldiers was enough to notice the airlock opening and activate the alarm. Their alarm now joined with yours to create a true cacophony that tortured your ears. As soon as the airlock had opened completely, the control panel's main screen woke up, and instead of displaying greetings, it indicated that a break-in had been detected on the first level. You fully agreed with it, and pressed the button labeled Activate defense turrets. Note that you may currently synchronize 9 turrets inform the panel. Thus, you had laser, machine gun, and rocket turrets at your disposal. Despite what you think about Space Rangers 2, it turned into a tower defense game. You can give preference to the laser turrets of the machine You can give preference to the laser turrets of the machine gun turrets.
Holy shit.
Sick. Or you can take them approximately equally. Laser turrets have a shorter range and quickly overheat when fired, but they have the advantage of not being limited by ammunition. Machine gun turrets, on the other hand, shoot farther, while their supply of cartridges is limited. You, of course, would prefer rocket launchers, but your inexperienced hands managed to activate only one of them. We can use more machine guns, use an equal number of lasers and machine guns, use more lasers, or review the weapons summary.
Well, we already know about the weapons. You just told us about the weapons, right?
Maybe it has more like how when we examine the control panel, we can examine the control panel again.
Maybe it'll tell us how limited rockets are, right?
Maybe.
Let's review it, I suppose.
Oh, number
Look at all
one.
those numbers.
Rocket turrets, sighting distance 200 meters, maximum range 500 meters, types and charges exploding. Warning, to avoid being hit by fragments, do not use to destroy targets that are too close. Machine gun turrets sight at 80 meters, maximum range of 260, with average caliber rounds. Machine gun turrets are equipped with an automatic ammo feeding system and do not need to be reloaded manually. Laser turrets have the shortest sighting and the shortest maximum range. As a huge amount of heat is generated during use, you must carefully watch the temperature and not allow temperature of the action to reach 100 degrees. I presume that's probably in Celsius. Or it could be in fucking space degrees, for all I know.
Space degrees. Not Kelvin. It'd be pretty cold for Kelvin.
Remember that when shooting at a distance greater than the sighting distance, inflicting the maximum possible damage on the target is not guaranteed. If the closest line of defense is breached, broad-spectrum mines should be used. Mines are highly effective at destroying the enemy's machinery. Due to the presence of electromagnetic components, mines should be installed no closer than 50 meters from the defensive control panel. You want to screenshot this or what?
Yes. Done.
Alright, so what do you want to do?
Well, since we do have limited ammunition, we probably should focus more on lasers, but I mean, if they get in that close, we're kind of fucked anyway. Let's go ahead and just use an equal number.
Alright, let's do it. A long way off, you saw where the forces attacking the pirate base were gathering. Then your glance shifted to the control panel, surveying the enormous number of buttons you can push and switches you can switch. The fact that the purpose of most of these control mechanisms was entirely unknown to you didn't particularly hold you back. After all, the fate of the whole pirate enterprise was at stake. So? And considering that you had at your command 3 whole types of turrets, you involuntarily felt like a great strategist. Panel structure 1000, I suppose whenever that drops to 0 hit points we're doomed. Machine guns 4, rounds 20,000, 11 rounds of the rocket launcher, 4 lasers, 20 Celsius. First wave, 101 meters, 16 soldiers, 16 cyborgs, 1 heavy machinery. Rockets show the target in range, but they're out of range for machine guns and lasers, but it's in 100.
Well, looking at the thing over here, it says that they're sighting distance. They're not within sighting distance of the machine guns or lasers yet, even though they can fire that far for whatever reason. The maximum range on the machine guns is 260 meters.
Alright, so they can fire that far, it's just not guaranteed, I suppose, to hit or do maximum damage.
I guess. I wonder if we hit multiple targets with our missiles. Or with our rockets, I should say.
Probably.
Let's try it. Wreck them with our rockets.
Filled with rage, you fearlessly look at the enemy forces advancing towards you. The defensive turrets behave like exemplary children under your careful and effective control, killing 12 soldiers, 6 cyborgs, and 1 heavy weapon. We're down to 4 soldiers and 10 cyborgs, 91 meters. They're still out of range of the machine guns and lasers. Technically, they're within range, just not in sighting.
Yeah, it seems like they advance 10 meters every time they're at 100 meters. 101 last time. We could hit them with rockets again. It was nice that we took out their heavy machinery for sure. Oh. I'm just worried that the rockets will be extremely limited, and then we're going to have some kind of help.
We only have 10 more shots of them.
Okay. Let's go ahead and wait then.
Okay, we shall wait. And they do approach 10 meters.
Alright, well, they're still not exactly in range of our machine guns, at least to actually sight. So, let's wait again.
And now they are.
Let's hit them with the machine guns.
Alright, that killed 4 soldiers and 6 cyborgs. 4 cyborgs remaining.
Alright, let's hit them again with the machine guns.
Well, the first wave of attack was repelled. You proudly slapped the control panel with your hand, accidentally striking a couple of buttons, but nothing happened, and you sighed deeply in relief. If the rest of the attacks like that, it'll be a piece of cake.
They won't be like that.
Catch your breath. During the brief lulls between waves of fire, you got out from behind the control panel and went to see the battlefield. You never know, you might find something interesting. After a bit of searching among cyborg debris and soldier corpses, you discovered an entire box of mines labeled Super Mines. Designation number, which had probably been defended by the soldiers attacking you. Mines can be highly relevant if an enemy breaks through your defensive lines. Here, your reflections as a military leader were interrupted by a new wave of enemy fire. Straining under its weight, you threw the box on your shoulder and hightailed it back behind the panel. Current distance is 108 meters. They are, of course, out of range of everything except for rockets right now, in sighting range. There is 3 heavy machinery, 3 dozen soldiers, and a dozen cyborgs.
Yep, and it looks like we have mines, but we have 0 set. We'll probably be able to set those before the next round. Yeah. Let's go ahead and hit him with the rocket first.
Destroyed 1 heavy weapons, 12 soldiers, and 6 cyborgs.
Still quite a few of those guys in there, and the heavy machinery I'm kind of afraid of. If they're anything like that mech in the screenshot, I mean. Is a machine gun or a laser gonna do anything to that?
Mech warrior. Well, hey,
yeah.
I mean, you can destroy, like, the mechs and titans by peppering them with tons of, like, 50 cal and, like, laser rounds.
Well, let's give them another rocket. I mean, we do have 9 more rounds, but...
Okay. That destroyed all the remaining heavy weapons and all the remaining cyborgs. A dozen soldiers remain.
I feel that was worthwhile. Let's wait for them to... Well, actually, they're within range of the machine guns now.
Okay.
And with the machine guns...
Let's do it. 2 soldiers are left, and now all the soldiers are dead. You beat back the second wave, and even became somewhat worried as if you were getting bored. Everything turned out to be painfully easy. We can try to open one of the numerous boxes strewn everywhere labeled weapons, set mines, or take a breather.
Of course they'd have a what's in the box option.
I know. What's in the box?
Let's set mines.
Mine.
We know what those are.
Okay. 25 set. You finished your works and returned to the panel just in time. The enemy was already in range of your weapons. Now the number of mines you have set is 25, at a distance of 50 meters from the control panel. An unpleasant surprise awaits enemies who make it to that point.
Excellent.
96 soldiers, 11 cyborgs, 2 heavy machinery.
That is a lot of goddamn soldiers.
Sure is.
Let's start with our rockets.
Alright, rocket power. Kills 1 of the heavy weapons, a dozen soldiers, 6 cyborgs, 1 heavy machinery left.
Let's hit him with another rocket. I want to get rid of that heavy machinery.
It is gone. All the cyborgs are gone. You are left with soldiers.
Okay, let's wait for them, and then we'll hit them with machine guns.
Okay.
Guns.
Guns, 10. Guns, 10.
Okay, now they're on top of the mines. Let's hit them with... they're not quite in laser range yet. I guess guns against guns.
Guns? You couldn't hold in an exclamation of joy when the lethal surprise you left detonated flawlessly. Flawless lethal surprise. Blasting your foes to smithereens. It's not in vain that Malak mothers teach their offspring that mines aren't toys. Not in vain. No, sir. And now they are in range of the lasers.
I was gonna say, I'm surprised they even survived that. They took out all the mines. Alright, lasers.
The third wave concerned you, but just a little bit. That killed all the 21 soldiers, those lasers.
Those lasers, not too shabby.
As before, you have a feeling of invincibility. A box? What's in the box? Set more mines or take a breather?
We'll check the box this time.
Okay. Your joy knew no bounds when you found several rounds of the same caliber as your defense turrets. It replenished. Looks like we got some rockets back, as well as some machine gun fire stuff too. Yeah, we definitely had like 6 rockets before, now we are backed up to 9.
Excellent. That's what I was hoping would happen.
You seized your find and rolled back behind the panel, somewhat unsteady from the weight of the ammunition. Fortunately, you managed to do so just in time to begin deflecting the enemy attack. 40 soldiers, 40 cyborgs, 2 heavy machinery.
Alright, same plan as always. Let's start with rockets.
Okay. Seems to be consistent damage here. Dozen soldiers, 6 cyborgs, 1 heavy weapons.
Hit him again with a rocket, take out that second heavy.
I did so. Down to 16 soldiers and 28 cyborgs. There appears to be some management where weapons deal a limited amount of possible damage to like each group, so trying to balance out like keeping groups alive. I don't know.
Yeah, perhaps soldiers are super susceptible to lasers, maybe cyborgs and machine guns, and of course heavy machinery doesn't like rockets. Or something. Who knows? Let's go ahead and wait for them to get within 80.
Alright, I'll go ahead and wait again. 33. Okay.
Guns get guns.
10 soldiers, 6 cyborgs. Yep, it sure is consistent. 6 soldiers, 7 cyborgs. They're at 53. Let's shoot them again. And then they're now in range of lasers.
Lasers online.
And there's 2 cyborgs left. Yes, these are definitely less effective against cyborgs than machine guns, although I think they deal less damage. Whatever. You handled the 4th wave and nervously examined the control panel, but everything seemed to be okay with it for now. But only the silly plush souvenir hanging onto the frame of the panel was blown to shreds. Okay, by a bullet. You consider this a bad sign. Guess we're just taking a breather.
Dude, that was our substitute.
A long way off, you saw where the forces attacking the pirate base were gathering. And it's a repeat. Looks like 144 soldiers.
Well, they're easy to kill, so I'm not terribly concerned.
And 3 heavy machinery.
Alright, well, launch missiles, rockets.
1. Okay, that's all the heavy machinery down.
Nice.
4 cyborgs are left. 120 soldiers.
Alright, let's wait for them to get within range of our machine guns.
Okay, I'll go ahead and wait. Now, 10-4. I don't think there will be enough time to kill all of them before they approach the panel, Lethal.
I was gonna say, what are the fragments on those rockets then? Well, rockets will only take out 12 of them anyway.
Yeah, they weren't taking out that many whenever, like, unless, like, it deals more damage to them because there's no one else alive, but I'm not entirely sure that's the case. Have to see how effective the lasers are. Like, the lasers did kill at least 21 of them, so...
Yep, let's go ahead and attack them with machine guns and then him with lasers.
Alright, let's go ahead and do that. 35. Yup.
Pretty good.
Yep, and then finally, boom. The 5th wave caused you great concern. If things continued in this vein, you would soon be without ammunition, facing several thousands of attacking enemy forces, and abusive words wouldn't likely be as effective against them as machine gun fire.
Man, our lasers are so hot right now.
They will definitely need to cool down a bit, and yes, it is in Celsius. 93 soldiers, 31 cyborgs, 5 heavy machinery.
We're gonna have to try some crazy shit now, but we're first, of course, gonna go with the missiles.
Okay, do so. It takes out 1 heavy weapons. This takes out another 1. It takes out another 1. It takes out the final 2. 45
Excellent.
soldiers and 7 cyborgs.
We have 1 missile left, but that's how it rocks sometimes.
They are in range of machine gun fire now.
Yep.
That takes out all the cyborgs. We're down to 34 soldiers. You want me to shoot at machine guns? Or you want me
Yeah, let's try to take them out with the machine guns. Let those lasers cool down completely.
Okay. That's another 10. That's another 10. They're in range of the lasers now. That'll kill the final 14. Otherwise, you're going to do 2 rounds of machine gun fire.
I guess we will do more lasers.
Okay. You exhaled and wiped your brow of the sweat which was pouring into your eyes. If you're honest with yourself, you panicked for a moment, especially when you saw a rocket flying straight at you. Fortunately, it was knocked off course. Only this left you alive, and the control panel, though thoroughly battered, still functional. Set mines, try to open a weapons box, or take a breather.
I want to put out mines, but we may need more rockets. What's going to be more valuable? Because we've never actually engaged one of those damn things.
With the machine guns or lasers, no. No, we haven't.
And I would guess that it's pretty fucking ineffective. And we can't count on getting a nice mess of rockets either.
I don't know. We've only opened a box once. And we don't know how effective the mines are being against getting them because the heavy machinery never got to the mines before.
Let's set mines.
Okay, let's set mines. Mines set. We only have the opportunity to set 5 of them.
Well, we're fucking screwed. Let's go ahead and fire rockets and wait for the impending doom.
Okay,
to trundle towards us.
So, I guess maybe shoot with the machine guns even.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely did deal less damage. We'll shoot with them again. They're in range now, and one of the heavy weapons did die. I'll go ahead and fire. Fire. Want me to fire with lasers or stick with machine guns?
Let's go with lasers. I think they'd probably be more effective against heavy weapons.
Okay. You couldn't hold it an exclamation of joy when the lethal surprise you left detonated flawlessly. 10 soldiers and 4 heavy machinery left.
Son of a bitch.
Lasers.
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 Oh man. They
One
do
of the
not
laser
care
turrets
about lasers.
couldn't withstand the heat from the continuous firing and splintered into small fragments. They noted this event with
We're gonna have
cries
to go
of
with machine guns then.
Okay. They are very close. Apparently your talent for strategy malfunctioned because the enemy drew close enough to attack, but remaining alive and very dangerous. A torrent of gunfire hammered the control panel, riddling it with holes and triggering showers of sparks. You were forced to take refuge behind the panel, pressing buttons nearly blindly to avoid becoming a victim of the fragments flying every which way. Maybe it looks like each heavy machinery does 100 points of damage to panel structure.
Looks like it. And it looks like those were not effective at all, the machine guns, so we're gonna have to destroy our lasers just to get through this.
Doesn't look like they're that effective against them either.
Damn
One
it.
of them is dead, but the panel structure
dead.
has been terminated. You hid behind the control panel until it was reminiscent of Civ. All the lights went out, bullets knocked out the buttons, and the levels fell off, having nothing to be attached to. The defensive turrets died impotently when the commands stopped coming. The last thing you saw through the holes in the panel body was an army of soldiers advancing on you, and then the panel finally collapsed, depriving you of your last defense. Your battle with the attackers ended more tragically than you would have wanted. Perhaps, if you had used a different tactic, everything would have ended differently. For example... Dun-dun-dun-dun!
If only I had looked into the fucking future and known that I would only be able to put up 5 mines like a jackass.
If only you knew that for whatever reason you'd only be able to fucking plant 5 fucking mines.
Yep. Don't you love that kind of thing? Well, let's do it all over again.
What's in the box? Fuck's in the box.
Really, I think what it's trying to emphasize is you do not want to take any risk of having the heavy machinery get to you.
I think you had the right idea of kill them with fire. Although, in the ways that only have a few bits of heavy machinery, I think it is for the best to just let them come close and then kill them with machine gun fire. It looks like 2 ways machine gun fire killed one of them. So when there's like 1 or 2 pieces of heavy machinery, you can afford to have machine gun fire take them out and save the rockets for the bigger clumps.
Well, let's go with that strategy then, after we do all of our steps we did prior.
So you have the control and press the button. You want to change tactics with using more machine guns, more lasers, or an equal number of them all?
Lasers were pretty effective, but I mean, we should get into the habit of not having to rely on them. Oh no. Of course, if we have more machine guns, we'll be dumping rounds. But if you don't use them, what the hell's the point? Let's try more machine guns this time.
Okay, we shall do so. 5 machine guns, 3 lasers. Just want to wait then until they get into range of the machine guns?
Sure. Of course, you'd be 1 meter too far away.
Right. There we go. That's the final thing, and then I can finish them off with lasers.
There we go.
Well, the first wave of attack was nothing, and now we have this stuff. Wait until they get the machine gun range again.
I think so. We should be able to take out 2.
Alright, I will do just that. Pew pew. Yep, one of them's down already. Pew pew.
Oh, that one's stubborn.
Sure is. And then, see if I can finish it off with lasers. Yep. So,
Okay.
set mines that we have some of, or try to open a weapons box.
I'd go for weapons. We can take out people.
Okay, looks like we got like an extra 1,000 rounds of machine gun.
Fantastic.
Alright, 32 soldiers, 32 cyborgs, 2 heavy machinery, and save the rockets again if you'd like. I don't know how many ways of this there are.
There's gonna be 10, isn't there? I don't know. Let's just save it.
Alright.
When we see 7, that's when we'll start dumping that shit.
Right. Like 3,
Hell,
5,
even 5.
7,
Yeah.
like fuck. Okay. Wait. Laser temperature is back to good. Let's begin giving them that pepper. Pew,
There
pew.
goes one heavy.
Pew 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 pew. And then I can use lasers to finish it all off. They're done.
Good deal.
A feeling of invincibility. 120 soldiers, yes. And we don't have that many lasers this time, so they won't be as easy to eviscerate with lasers. We can use rockets here, because that'll kill like 12 of this. I don't know. Because there's a lot.
Let's launch one.
Okay.
We'll give them one.
I'll give them one. You can have that one. That's yours.
Everyone gets one.
Not everyone.
Hey, you dozen, you half dozen, and that big guy.
Okay. You want me to just wait until they get to
Yeah,
sighting
let's
range?
just-
Okay. I will do just that then.
Okay.
Lasers or?
Yep, lasers.
Lasers. Pew pew.
26,
Pew pew.
and pew pew.
Pew pew. Done and
Day is saved.
and now 5 heavy machinery.
Alright, well, you know, this is what we've been saving these for.
Missiles.
Needs more missiles.
Missiles.
You know what you need? One more.
Missiles. Probably
Okay,
finish
that's
off the
enough
rest
for
of
you.
Machine gun fire, yeah.
Yes.
Alright. Let's do it then. Pew 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 pew. Pew 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 pew. And pew 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 pew.
Why must you be stubborn, Heavy?
You want me to laser or machine gun that? The lasers are still cooling down.
Assuming we can kill it with the guns, I guess guns.
Pew pew pew. Alright, weapons box or set mines.
What's in the box? Ammo's in the box.
3 rounds of rockets are in the box.
Yes.
I
Fucking
think
yes.
this might have been the wave that actually defeated us, because I think we set 5 mines here, I'm not sure.
I think it was. Well, now we can send 5 missiles. No, probably not 5, but 3 maybe.
Ta-da! 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 They are 3
Alright.
meters out of best range for machine guns.
I'll just fire some machine gun rounds then.
Okay. Even though they're slightly out of maximum range, I will do that. Wasn't
Hey.
that bad. Wasn't that bad. Ta-da! 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 Boop!
And zap.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Empty.
Why do we even open boxes?
What's in the box? Disappointment. I think we've gone through half of our machine gun rounds. It is, wave 7.
Let's go ahead and launch missiles.
Okay, missile launched. That killed 2.
Excellent work, overachieving missile.
You want me to launch another one? You want me to, like, shoot now? You want me to wait?
Let's shoot with our machine guns.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll do it again. Do it again.
Hit those heavies, please.
Do it again. Got
Excellent.
one of them.
Just keep doing it.
Do it again.
Now, lasers. Please. Please die.
Uh-oh.
Please die.
1. Very close. They hit the panel structure.
Wait. Come on, die, damn it.
They hit the panel structure.
Son of a
Unlikely but
bitch.
true, it seemed. This was the last wave of attack. and no one else would lay siege to your hangar. It wasn't flawless, no!
It could have been if we just used more missiles, but we had to save them in case.
And just in case. You suppressed the trembling in your knees and proudly drew yourself erect, putting one hand behind your back and the other behind the lapel of your ranger outfit. However, they'll write about your victory in the history books, if of course somebody takes your word for it, because there was not a single witness of your triumph left alive. I'm sure they got a recording. Perhaps it's time for you to pay the army boys a friendly visit of your own. You've brilliantly overcome the first obstacle on the way to the primary target. The important thing now is to keep up the heat and double, no triple your determination and focus. Attack in the next video.